Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is the Glacierr, and this is my Season 12 Garen guide. This is the ultimate guide, and this is going to be everything that you guys need to know about Garen and how to reach Diamond or even higher with this champion. Me, personally, I have been playing Garen for probably 5 or 6 years, and I started playing him just to prove to everyone that you don't need to be good mechanically to get into high elo in the game, high elo being Diamond 4+. So I'm going to teach you guys and everything that I know, every tip, every trick, every little thing that I do, and hopefully by the end of this entire guide, you guys will all be able to hit your desired elos, whether it's gold, platinum, or diamond, or whatever it is that you want. That is my goal. So if you guys like the video, please drop a like, because this took me a long time to make, and there are going to be timestamps down below. Okay, why should you play Garen? Yes, we can all agree Garen is super simple to play, and no, you're not going to become a mechanical genius. But the whole reason I started playing Garen was to make a point of you don't need to worry about the mechanics of a champion when you can focus on the bigger picture, which is how to actually play League of Legends. So when you play Garen, you learn everything about the micromanagement of your waves, to when to split push, when to roam, all that kind of stuff, as well as the macro side of things, when to rotate for dragons and stuff like that. So it got me insanely good at the game, and now I can apply all the knowledge I learned to other champions. So on your road to Diamond, I think Garen is a very easy way of getting you to Diamond very quickly with really not having to be mechanically insane at the game. All right, fellas, this is my Season 12 rune page setup that I run about 90 to 99% of the time. There's really no other rune set that really works other than this page in terms of top lane. So I go Conqueror, Triumph, Tenacity, and Last Stand. And then I love going Demolish because of the objective bounties this season. This is probably the most valuable secondary rune that you could run in the entire game. I used to run, things like this. But at this point, every single tower that you can get for your team for those objective bounties is going to guarantee that you win like every game. And I like to go bone plating into the, the Jax matchups, into the Riven matchups. Anyone that can jump on you and wants to go for a prolonged trade, like Darius or any of those other people, you're going to go bone plating. But literally anyone else that can take you, that can poke you down or anything like that, like Fioras and Camille's and Vaynes and anyone like that, you're going to go second wind. And then I love going adaptive force, armor, and this health stat right here, because you get 140 HP at level 18, which is disgusting. 140 health is a lot of health, and when you compare it to just going another rune or another like 6 bit of armor. So this is my rune page. The other rune page you can go for mid lane is a Predator page, which a lot of Korean players are doing, but we're not going to talk about that. Just know this is the best rune page, and this is what you should run every time. All right, ladies and gents, now we move on to the build. So essentially, I only do Doran's Shield and Health Potion Star. I don't start Longsword. I don't start Doran's Blade. I don't start anything else. And the reason why is Garen's passive plus Doran's Shield's healing passive combine really well together, to the point where no matter what goes on, no matter who I'm against, as long as I am utilizing my passive, I can heal to full HP with Doran's Shield, Second Wind, and my passive super easily. So there's really no reason to ever go anything else other than Doran's Shield. Now, something you can do as well is you also, when you recall, you can also buy rejuvenation beads to help out with this passive healing. Anytime I have 150 gold and I don't need potions or wards, I always grab a rejuve bead just because it helps a lot in lane. And then obviously control wards are super good to buy, as well as refillable potion too. I only like to go refillable potion into a high poke lane where refillable potion, or I'm sorry, where rejuvenation bead isn't enough. Refillable potion will solve that for you. Now, the standard build that I go 99% of the time, for me personally, I find this to be the most effective build for stomping people, is Zerker Greaves, the first item you rush if you are doing well. If you are getting your booty cheeks clapped in your 0-2, 0-3, then you're not going to be able to rush those Zerker Greaves because you're just going to get pooped on. But anytime you're snowballing and you're doing well, the first item you want to get is a pair of Zerkers. Then you're going to want to go into Trinity Force, Storm Razor, Mortar Reminder, and Therex Gauge. This is by far my favorite build in the entire world. Storm Razor gives you that extra, that slow when you Q them and the potential of critting them, plus all the stats that you get with the crit chance and the attack speed. So I find that it's the best second item to go in the entire game for Garen, and I have just been working people left and right with this. Now, Mortal Reminder is only needed if the enemy team has 3 or more people that have a ton of healing. If they don't, maybe they have 3 or more people that are shielding a lot, you're going to go Serpent's Fang instead. So really, this is going to be, you're going to have to pay attention. Is there a lot of immortal shield bows? Then you're probably going to want to go Serpent's Fang. Is there just lots of gore drinkers and Sorakas? Then you're going to want to go Mortal Reminder to make sure that they can't heal. So basically, this is the build I go almost every single game. And then now, what a lot of other Garen players do is if you're having problems getting kited and stuff like that, they go Stride Breaker into Dead Man's Plate, into Sterak's Gauge, into situational items, which is a pretty good build, but you know, there's really, once you guys try these builds out for yourself, there is no comparison. Trinity 4 Stormrazor, I swear to God, those items alone, you will one-shot any human being in this damn game. It is disgusting, so try it. Now, a little tip. This is probably the most useful thing I've ever learned as a top laner. So there's an item called Warden's Mail, and it is one of the components of Randuin's. Now, a high elo player taught me this. His name is Roku. He's a Challenger Darius player. Essentially, Warden's Mail, if you're ever getting your booty cheeks clapped by an AD top laner and you don't want to go plated steel caps because maybe they have a lot of AP on the enemy team, or you feel like you're going to want Berserker Greaves later, then you're going to build Warden's Mail, because it's for 1,000 gold, you get 40 armor and you reduce the incoming damage from attacks by up to 5 plus 0.35% of your max HP, capped at 40% of the attack's damage. So it is basically a pair of ninja tabbies, but honestly, I think they're better than plated steel caps, because 100 gold less and you get double the armor. I mean, dude, like this is one of the most broken items in the entire game, and if you get this bad boy, it's going to stop you from inting. So oftentimes I will build, let's say I go 01 or 02, I'll immediately build the Warden's Mail, and then if I end up killing the Jax or the Camille or whoever, I'll go Zerker Greaves and continue on with my snowball build. So this is great. And then obviously plated steel caps and Merc Treads can be built if needed. I just find that if I don't have Zerker Greaves, I'm pretty weak, so I like to just build those and snowball like crazy. All right, fellas, there's a couple of things I want to show you guys about like the general idea of how you should be playing Garen, because I see a lot of people that I coach on my coaching website and stuff, they do not play Garen the way that I play Garen. And even there's even high elo players that don't play Garen the way that I play. My whole goal of playing Garen, and what I'm going to teach you today, is how to completely apply so much pressure by yourself in the side lanes to the point where the enemy team has no idea what to do. And while they're sitting there dealing with that pressure, you're on the opposite side of the map doing this. And when they come down for here, you're here ganking like 3 people and killing them all. Okay. So essentially during lane phase, all you really need to worry about is going for things like this. Quick little auto cues. That's pretty much it, right? You're not wanting to just constantly run at people with Q and Q them and like fight. No, that's not what you want to do. Okay. Anytime I can, I sit here and I'm last hitting, I'm being aggressive right in their face. And you'll see, we're going to do a couple full gameplay commentaries of lane phase and entire games, so you guys will learn. So if you want, skip to that. I'm just going to briefly touch over it right now. But essentially all I'm doing is I'm going for quick little auto cues, and I run in the brush to drop the minion aggro. If I hit level 2, I'll use Q movement speed. I'll fully use my E, and then I will Q them, and there's a trade right there, and I back off. And obviously, if you have the ability to kill them, then I'll use Q movement speed. Boom! And I'll just kill them. And that's pretty much it. That's basically the gist of this, okay? And on top of that, on top of, you know, trading in lane, your main objective is after you kill someone, you want to freeze 4 caster minions at the top of this wave to the point where you're going to be able to get 30, 40 CS leads. And actually, in the next game that you see, I end up getting monster CS leads. And the reason why you freeze right here and not over here or whatever is so that no one can ever gank you. The only way they can gank you is through lane. But even if they do, guess what? Let's say 2 people jump on me. I'll W and I'll just walk away, and then we're fine. Also remember a couple extra little tips. Attack speed in your runes do not affect the attack speed of your E, and the proper timing to use W typically is when someone like Renekton W's you, Jax E's you, things like that. The way to not use your W is when Camille uses the second Q on you, because it's true damage, and Garen's W does not block true damage, so remember that, okay? You would want to use it on Camille's hook shot when she dashes off the wall and lands on you to tank the damage, as well as not get CC'd so you can kite and run away. Okay, now let's talk about the general flow of the game. I'm just going to touch on this really fast, and we're going to hop right into the full gameplay commentaries. But essentially, my goal is to take this tower by like 9 to 10 minutes. Why do you want to take it by 9 to 10 minutes? Because I shut down top lane, and then after I shut down top lane, I push this and I immediately recall, and I look to make a play down here. If I can come down here with me being like level 7 or 8 with a Triforce or whatever, I could flash on the 80 carry and just one-shot them in a second. And then we can take this, or we can take the dragon. Now after that, you'll recall, you'll go back top to catch the wave, and then you'll push it, right? Until it's here. And obviously, if no one is here, feel free to go for the tower with your Demolish and your Triforce. But typically what you'll see me doing is I'll start to clear all these camps, right? I'll start to do this. Oh, free red buff, right? Oh, okay, there's no jungler here. Oh, here we go. Oh, the mid laner is overextended. Oh, the mid laner's overextended. Oh, kill. Okay. Now that I got you, let me apply my Demolish proc, and we take this tower. Oh, the jungler's here. We can't do it. Okay. Is top lane pushing into me? Okay. Boop. Push the wave. Push it all the way. Push it all the way. Okay, we just pushed it again. Nothing for us to do. No one's mid lane. We'll recall. And I know that's a little confusing, and you'll see it put into practice, but essentially it's like the way I play this is going 100 miles an hour, and I'm imagining that if we get to 20 minutes, the enemy team is going to destroy us. So that's how you want to play this game, okay? And that's why I build Triforce Stormrazor. This build is because it allows me to completely snowball, take over the game, and I can do whatever the frick I want. If I have a few seconds alone with the tower, it's gone, right? It's very, very difficult to stop a Garen player that does this. But now, the other piece of information I'm going to tell you, and this will save your life, there's some games where you can't split push, and it's because you're against like a Cho'Gath or a Dr. Mundo or someone you can't tower dive or can't even 1v1, or let's even say that they have a Kayn and like a bunch of global ults to come and kill you. That's when split pushing is not going to be good. If they can easily defend the towers against you and catch you out, then you're going to want to basically push and then go just group with your team and just be in the team fights and focus on killing the carry of the enemy team, which is usually that 8-0 Kalista or the Vayne or the 10-0 jungler. That's where you shine, and that's why this build is so broken. I don't care who you are. If you could be a 20-0 Vayne, you could be a 30-0 Kayn or whatever, but guess what? If Garen jumps on you and does this to you, I don't care who you are, you're not surviving that. I don't care who you are not surviving that, okay? You're just not surviving a true damage ultimate that does a stupid amount of damage along with true damage ignite. It's just GG. So let's hop into those games, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, ladies and gents, so welcome to game 1 of 2. In this game, we are going against a Riven and a Qiyana. We got a very interesting team that we're going against here. Also, the fact that we're going against Riven is pretty tough because she's kind of broken, okay? I'm running the same page that I told you guys about already. I run Demolish 100% of the time on Garen this season for the reasons I already explained, and then we go bone plating into these melee matchups where they actually want to go for prolonged trades, and then anyone that pokes us will go second wind. Attack damage, armor, health, you know, standard stuff. So here's the strategy against most people like this. If you don't want to go plated steel cappuccinos, which normally I don't because Zerkers are god tier, I will go Warden's Mail. Warden's Mail essentially is exactly the same thing as this, but honestly, it's like actually better. I mean, you get double the armor for 100 gold cheaper. It's pretty disgusting. It's pretty good. So basically, here's how this is going to work. If you're popping off, okay, you're clapping those cheeks, then you're gonna go Zerker Greaves for your first item. If you get killed, solo killed, things aren't going your way, you're gonna rush Warden's Mill. You're gonna rush Warden's Mill, okay? And it's as simple as that. That's pretty much it. Okay, now with this lane, we really don't want super prolonged trades like ever, because of that. As you can see, it's a disaster, so well played to her. Got her health potion though. Okay, I'll take that. And we're gonna use our health regen now. She's gonna probably hit 2 before me, so I'm just gonna be scared here. JK, I hit 2, but we lose this all in here, so. Remember, against Riven, you're gonna lose early a lot of the time. Oh, God dang it. I have to fight this. Okay, that's fine. That is totally fine. Okay, that's annoying. Had to go for that all in there because otherwise I was just dead. Quite honestly. Oh, frick. We're fine. Oh, thank God. No, shove, shove, shove. Okay, thank God. I thought he was not going to shove. All right, so I goofed that pretty freaking hard. Basically, he committed for the all-in there, so I had to go for it, but I goofed it. I probably could have flash auto-queued. And executed the Riven, but whatever. So she has everything up. Let's do this. Let's grab a cloth armor. Let's just go for some stats here. I almost want to go for a pair of boots instead, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to go for stats. Yeah, let's do this. I actually really like doing this kind of stuff like this is, you know, when you're in a 1v1 situation and you're not clearly like dominating the person you're going against, it's just best to just grab stats because she's not going to be able to buy those same stats. Now I have extra armor and extra attack damage. So when we go for those little trades that I'm wanting, I'll come out on top every time, ideally. Waves looking like a good spot. Hey, thanks for the tier 1, Blake. Appreciate you. Let's see how this goes. You don't need to be really that afraid of Riven, honestly. Kind of in a weird spot here. Try and trim this down. Weird spot. That's fine. Gotta let it crash. Too big of a wave. Nice. Talon's popping off. Okay, what Riven wants to do here is trade me. Oops, trade me with shield. Okay. It's fine. You're really not gonna flash? Are you joking? Interesting. The balls on her are insane. I kind of want to sit here for a second. I don't think she's recalling. Yes, she is. Okay. Can go for a demolish proc here, I think. I was waiting a second to see if she was just running away or not. Okay, now obviously we want these Zerker Greaves as fast as we can get them. I'm good here. I don't really need to recall. Oh my God, Talon, we get it. You're smurfing, bro. Jesus. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. Let this push into me. I have a level lead on this guy, so I'm fine. Okay, nice soak. All right, yeah, she doesn't know what she's doing. She should have gone for a big trade there. Yeah, and that's why I stayed, right? Because like, if she fights me, it doesn't make sense for her to fight me. I have the stats on her with what I bought with the cloth armor and the longsword. So no matter what, I'm going to be stronger than you. I don't care if you have more damage. Like, I'm just going to destroy you, you know? And then obviously the level lead, right? I mean, Yasuo can come up here too. He can get the stick. All right, I'm going to go back because Riven can actually get here pretty quickly. So let's just recall. Okay, now I have Zerker Greaves and now we're snowballing, right? So again, if I wasn't in this situation where I was snowballing and like clearly destroying her, I would just go this first. And I'm still going to get it, actually, because Riven is scary. Riven can hit 6, ignite me, and just one-shot me. So it'd be really, really nice to just grab this item. And again, you go Warden's Mail because it is plated steel caps, but better. And it's amazing. Love the emotes. Thanks, bro. What rank are you so far? This account is gold currently. But it's a new account. Okay, go, 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 go. All right, now we're going to control the wave, and we're going to slow push. Slow, slow, slow. I got nothing for this Riven. I got absolutely nothing. Oh, Jesus, that's scary. That's scary, actually. Oh, God. We have the Inting Yasuo. No, and a full 80 team. Oh, God. So whenever you ever see this is where you should start to panic. You should start to be like, I've got to end top lane, and I got to stop this from getting out of control. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to start being ruthless with taking tower plates. So now Kiana's heading top side. I'm building up a big wave here, so if they all in me, I should be able to 1v2. Probably just one-shot the Kiana first, because she's squishier than the Riven. Nice. Wow. This guy AFK? Hello? Don't AFK, please. Oh, okay, thank God. Okay, he's 6 now. Start going for little trades if I can just smack him a little bit. We see Kiana, so we're safe. I'm gonna pop a potion just to make sure I'm like nice and healthy here. I could easily dive this guy. Very easily. Now he has no shield. Now he has no shield. Okay. Okay, fine, fine, fine. I was going to go for it. If he attacked me, I was going to go for it there. Okay, now we're going to let this push into me. So we could easily dive this guy. Okay, he didn't get the recall off. So we're just going to chill. Right now, we just dragged the wave, so it's closer to his side. So now it's actually going to slow push into me. And he's just sitting there, so we're not going to push. If he recalled, I was just going to hard shove. And I'm not warding right now because if Kiana comes up here, I'll just one-shot her and laugh in her face. This is the perks of playing Garen. I mean, just me having Zerker Greaves, I can just be so overpowered, you know? I can be so unfairly broken. Let's just check, make sure she's still there. She probably recalled. Whatever. I'm not going to touch the wave. I'm just going to let it push into me. And it will, because again, it was closer to her side. So we'll just chill. It takes a while, especially if she's not standing here last hitting, you know? And this is really like the difference between winning consistently on Garen and not, you know. Okay, there's a shield. Could flash on you. Okay, I'm just gonna dive you. Now, when you're gonna go for this, couple things. First thing is Riven has the power to one-shot us still. And we don't know where Kiana is. So let's be careful. So I'm just gonna flash on this guy and kill him right now. Ate that out. Sometimes I overkill Ignite. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a bad habit of mine. But I don't know. Better to be safe than sorry, I guess, right? Okay. And now we get the tower. We're actually doing unbelievably well. That early gank from Talon like totally saved our asses because we messed up pretty hard. Oh no! What? Oh, come on. So essentially the way I learned to play top lane, the way I learned to like dominate top lane is I just copy what the Koreans do, and all they do is just this all-out aggression of me just like taking this, and now I'm gonna go show up bot lane and try and kill them, you know. You are on drugs. I hope it was worth. Wow. And like, so that move he just made right there is a total like low elo move, right? No one, if you ever watch challenger players, they just let them recall. I'll just take this now. They let them recall because like, all right, I'll just go for like a freeze here and just try and make a decent play like that, you know, soak up XP. And that's what he should have done. He should have gone for a freeze right there. But he got greedy. And I'm still pressuring this right now because look, I see that we're making moves on dragon, and if the enemy jungler comes to kill me, then it's a free dragon, so I don't mind dying here. Not at all. Not at all, boys. Okay. All right, so we're in a really good spot here to just straight up buy Trinity Force. Holy shit, I am so fed. Holy shit, I'm so fed. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. Someone in my chat just said Garen is pretty balanced. I know, right? So look, now I'm snowballing like an absolute maniac. And what I'm seeing so far is this guy is going to take over the game most likely because Crown of Shattered Queen is ridiculous. So best thing for me to do is shove this, take Rift Herald, and try and group with my team as soon as I possibly can. We kind of messing around a little bit too much top lane. So I'm going to shove one more wave, and then I am going to take this Rift Herald. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. There's no one that's like 10-0 on the enemy team, so that's cool. We are not going to start picking away at the tower. This is a common mistake. You're not going to get the tower. Don't even try. Don't even try. Do this. Go get the free and safe objective, and that's what this is. So actually, I'm going to take this first to make it even more free and safe. Start pinging for a little bit of help here. Okay, boom, boom. Oh. Now let me show you how to make it even safer. Watch this. So I'm going to do this, blah, 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 blah. A little bit of that stank, and we're going to pull it down this way, away from Riven or someone jumping over the wall. And that way, if someone wards right there, they're going to be like, oh, it's gone. You see what I'm saying? 200 IQ. And I can run straight to top lane after this. Come on. Die. 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 Eyeball should spawn. And now I can immediately go to top lane. And we are looking extra juicy right now, baby. I might actually use this Rift Herald top lane. Oh, I should have gone for that. God dang it. I thought it was like 2 minions. That's okay. Okay, now do not disrespect the one-shot combo of these guys. So I'm going to try and not face check things here. Okay, beautiful. They're not here. They would have taken this. So Kiana's bot lane. Okay, now the times you want to make plays, guys, is when this shit is happening. Kiana's off the map right now, which means I can dive Riven if I want to. So do this. Riven's mid lane. All right, she's trolling. She's trolling 100%. 100% trolling. I might be able to get in him tower here. Beautiful. Clear the minions. Hey, relax. Jesus. So I'm going to go for the tower. I'm going to run. I'm not going to go for in-hit because it's way too early in the game. Also, holy shit. It's only 15 minutes into the game. What the frick? Holy balls. Okay, and what we're going to do on the way out is we're going to steal all of Kiana's camps to put her behind. Wow, this is actually kind of almost a flawless game we are playing here. Okay, nothing to take there. We go shove mid. I'm going to go for a Storm Razor after this. Okay. I'm just going to go back because he can soak that. He's not going to... Okay, he doesn't understand... macro. That's fine. So I'll soak this. Okay, now at this point we really want to start grouping with the squad. This guy's got to die. Sure, y'all hit him ASAP. Okay, I don't even want to finish this, but I mean, we might as well. I'll grab these two. Okay, surrender. Oh wow, who wants to surrender? Okay, so my primary focus this game is just gonna be him. I'm gonna ignore everyone else. Focus, cast, we win. Bro, you are acting goofy. You're over the wall. Yep. Not respecting me. Good shit. Okay, and this is why you show up. Do you understand? Like, imagine if I was still top lane. Yes, I can get stuff done, but getting an inhib right now is only going to give them more and more gold. Are you serious? Whatever, it's fine. Bruh. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. And now we just go back to mid lane. Actually, I'm sorry, we could secure dragon. But you guys should be able to see what's happening right now is like there's a flow of macro. Like I go top to mid to bot, top to mid to bot. And you just keep going over and over and over again. And there's literally nothing that they can do to me because I'm so ahead of them. It is crazy how far ahead of them I am. Now we go back, we grab Stormrazor, and then we're going to go bot to mid to top. We're going to keep doing that. Why bottom lane, you ask, and not top lane? Well, I already got everything I wanted top lane. There's really no point going there, so I'm going to start working on these towers now. Now, after this, we got to decide what else do we need. And so far, I'm seeing 2 shields, 3 shields, 4 shields. So I'm going to go for a Serpent's Fang to completely avoid all of their shields. And then after that, you just want to go pure survivability. I think people get a little overkilly with going like, oh, infinity edges and like things like that. But dude, look at, I have so much damage. I really don't need any more. Oops. All right, I'm probably just going to head mid here, honestly. Looks like a better idea. Yeah, I see. Okay. So, I mean, luckily that went pretty well for us, but if it didn't, you know. Oh, it did like no damage. Ow. Anyway, we saw this top, and then we knew someone was going to be there to defend, so I was like, if I can kill Cassidon or someone, it's just over. Yeah, this is going good, dude. This is a flawless game, guys. So we're gonna push this tower because we can. Having Triforce plus Demolish allows you to make crazy plays. Oh shoot. That's fine. Let's just get out. It's fine. Just leave. I think right now we're overstaying. And now we're going to reset. So part of the issue, like you'll see a lot of like platinum players make, and we're playing in platinum right now. You'll see like Draven was going for like a kill there instead of just nuking the tower, and then they die, they get aced. Then the enemy team takes Baron, or like, you know, that happens way too freaking often. And that's something you need to make sure that you avoid big time. Okay. All right, so what do we got? Serpent's Fang, we got one shield, 2 shield, 3 shield, 4 shield. So I'll completely disregard all of those. And then I'll probably go Sterix Gauge. I'll probably go Sterix Gauge into Stone Plate or something. Don't need to really worry about this. Oh, that's interesting. Not scared of Riven. Okay, it's fine. And then one thing I forgot to mention, I don't know if you guys caught this, but at this point in the game, this is more important, having the Oracle lens, so you don't get caught. Because a lot of times people will place like wards in really, really random spots. So it's for the best for me to be able to make sure I don't get caught out. Because I'm going to give them, you know, 700 gold or so when I die. Just shove this out. Make sure you use your Triforce. I don't care that even if my whole team gets ace, I don't care, because I'm just going to keep sending it. And now, once you get 20 minutes into the game, now it's the appropriate time to do it, or to take this. That was so cringe. I thought I was closer. That was so bad. I thought I was right on top of him. My bad. That was really, 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 really ugly. But anyway, yeah, so you take the inhibs at 20 minutes so that you can set up a free Baron play. All right, I respect him. I respect him. I respect him. Okay. Go help out the squad here. Oh, never mind. Damn. It's all right. Look what Yasuo's got cooking up top. He's going to get that. And then I'm going to get this if I can. Oh, I got to run. Cassidon's going to come. What are you doing? What? You can't kill me. You acting goofy, boy. Now check this out. Yeah, again, I'm just not scared of you. Little troll. Make sure there's no wards anywhere. No wards, no wards. I'd like to steal this if I can. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Now we'll go take the Scuttle Crab. It's the perfect timing for dragon. Scuttle Crab, Scuttle Crab, Scuttle Crab. Go, 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 go. Beautiful. Beautiful. And there's the free Dragon Soul. Riven's nowhere to be found. They can't contest this. We have no jungler, actually. Oh, my ult didn't go off. Damn it. All right. Beautiful. So I went for that. I was willing to sacrifice my life for the Dragon Soul. And I also knew that Zyra just used her roots. So just a super easy way for me to push them off, right? Serpent's Fang. Steric's Gauge. Also remember, not scared of Caitlyn because look what we got. We got the Warden's Mail, right? Now we're juicy, baby. Okay, now, here's where things get tricky. This is where you can throw every single game ever. Baron is unbelievably easy to get in lower ranks because people don't understand how important it is. So you'll have things like this, right? Look, right here. We should immediately just be starting this, okay? And the only thing you should ever be scared of is being outsmited by the jungler. But obviously, like, look, they don't even know we're doing it. You can just tell. Look at their body language. They would immediately start running towards us, but they're not. They're just standing there farming. And now look, you see what I'm saying? This is platinum, okay? This is platinum elo. People don't know. They don't get it, and that's why they can't climb. They just don't understand the game, you know. Okay. And now we're just going to run it down mid and top. Ignore bot lane. Don't need it. Damn, this is like a fucking perfect game. Jesus God. I'm happy we played so well this game. And look what they're doing. All they care about is kills, right? And I just ignore them. I have a Warden's Mail. Riven, you're not going to kill me. Caitlyn, you're not going to kill me. And look. You're just not going to do damage to me, you know? Okay, now we gotta watch out a little bit here. Don't want to get killed. I got the team behind me. We're fine. You are overcommitting quite hard, sir. It's fine. He jumps back in. He's trolling. It's fine. Probably should just leave. Castellan's dead, actually. This is free low. Come on, boys. I'll just take the other inhib because it's free. Yeah, nice. Okay. And there you have it, boys. That is that's literally a perfect Garen game almost, other than having not the perfect CS. Plus 50? All right. Let's play another game and see how the next one goes. All right, fellas, game numero dos. So let's talk about the other build option for Garen, okay? So basically, you know, rune page is pretty much going to stay the same. The only thing that's going to change is bone plating or second wind usually. So check this out. So the other build that you can go is Stride Breaker into Dead Man's Plate, Sterac's Gauge, and I believe that was it. Yeah. That's pretty much the other build, and that build is kind of designed to, if people are kiting the hell out of you, if you're not really going to split push very much. Well, this music is just loud. Oh my lord, relax. So yeah, that's pretty much the other build. Do I want to run that into their team? Potentially, yeah. Also, Mortal Reminder is usually a part of that build too if you need a little bit of anti-healing. Against these two, I will need it. So I'll tell you what, because we're going to potentially get kited out by Samira, I probably will we'll give this build a shot. Now, again, apply the same methodology as I applied the last game, which is going to be, if you are dominating, go Zerkers, okay? If you're doing well, get your Zerkers, okay? That way you can snowball like crazy and it's like an insane power spike. Otherwise, if you're getting your booty cheeks clapped, you're not going to want to do that. Let's see what he started here. Started E. Interesting choice. Usually a good Riven player will go Ignite. And they'll start Q and just out-trade the bricks out of you. I'm not going to try and trade you. I don't care. Yeah, that's fine. Take advantage of his cooldown, though. He's got no E. He's got E now. That's fine. I don't care if he keeps doing that because there we go. Walk into the brush. We're gonna hit 2 here. Oh wait, miscalculated that. Okay, he's just trolling so hard. The thing, even if he all-ins me there, he doesn't have Ignite, so I don't have to be scared of that Riven. He would have got me insanely low if he knew what he was doing, but we're fine. Okay, it's fine. Jarvan is very, very scary. I think we're going to go for a cheater recall here. Yeah, I'm just going to go for a cheater. So what is a cheater recall? Essentially, all I have to do is get these first 3 waves pushed in, and then I get a nice free recall here. And the reason you do this is because around this time, Jarvan should be right here trying to gank me. And this guy really isn't... Do you really have a freeze right now? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, he pushed the wave back with his 3rd Q. That's disgusting. All right. That's fine. I'm going to go help now. That's fine. Oh, I thought I had that. Oh, no. All right, we're in an awkward spot here. We're in a very awkward spot. I might want to pop potion just because I got 3 people nearby. This is fine. I see these guys. Yeah, I see German. I'll just... What a gank. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, they just don't know what they're doing, so... I W'd when Riven jumped on me with the Q auto W, so I absorbed quite a bit of that. Oh, dude, really? Oh my god. All right, Riven's gonna TP. All right, so that didn't go how I thought it was gonna go. I don't really know why they tried to do that, but whatever. Okay, so look, we're snowballing. Let's go here. We don't want refillable. We just want this. And I'll grab a rejuve bead. Anytime I have 150 gold, I'll always grab a rejuve just because, like, it's just so broken on Garen. It really is. And I mean, think about it. You're spending 150 and then you sell it for 105. So you're only losing 45 Gs. Leon, respond to me on Discord, city boy. I need a god tier editor for my Minecraft channel. Sorry, guys. Chat. We're in YouTube mode right now. This one's for the YouTubes, baby. I gotta focus up so I don't int. Every time I talk to chat, I int, so we gotta make sure that doesn't happen here. Okay, all right, we're gonna get in Riven's face. There's nothing she can do. There's literally nothing she can do. Besides outtrade me and her big ass creep wave. That's fine. Relax. I'll just let this push into me. Whoa, okay, so if a Riven ever does that, it's over for you. Okay. Yeah, if you ever see a Riven use Qs to get to you, you just kill her. Every time. We're gonna tower dive now. Should be a very easy tower dive. The only thing you gotta worry about is the jungler showing up. Now, I don't see anyone on the map, which is really scary. So I'm gonna be very cautious with this. Let me show you how I do this. Oh shit, look. Well played. Okay. I figured that was gonna happen. That's okay though. That's okay. I figured that was gonna happen. My bad. A little greedy. So we want Stride Breaker here. Now the first item you want is Iron Spike Whip, but I can't afford it, so we're just gonna go for some stats, and I'll go for a potion here. I stopped going refillable potion just because usually you don't need it. Like usually if you know what you're doing, you don't really need to use that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, Leon, we'll talk. I'll hit you up on Discord later once I'm done recording for the night. Okay, now look again. Look, this is where you guys should capitalize on this shit all the time. Do you see this? Do you see what this Jarvan just did? He just screwed Riven so hard. All he had to do was just kill that wave, and then the wave would have bounced back into Riven. But now, because of his negligence, I get to freeze this wave, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna freeze on Riven, and we're just gonna laugh in her face while we kill her. So just let this push into me. Oh god dang it. Start to trim this a little bit just because we only need a little bit. Okay. And again, there's more minions on that side, so it's going to push into me. I don't know where Riven's at. Oh, my farm is so bad. Yikes. Keep pushing, baby. Keep pushing. Okay, Jarvan's down bot, so we are safe. Okay, come. We're just gonna slowly last hit. Now, usually Riven will be here, and this is where you kind of have to do a little bit of like mental math. So I'll clear all the melee minions here. Never clear the casters. The casters are the ones you want to just leave alone. You see? So we just let it go. Oh, what? GG. I don't know why Riven's there. Free turret plating for me. Start fucking autoing the bricks out of these so I can quickly E them. Oh, lag. Oh. Should be 2 plates for me. Hey. Yeah. I'm gonna proxy this wave. Actually, no, I'm not. This is fine. I might even get 3 plates here, dude. So like that move she made down there is so bad. Like even if she got like a double kill, it's not worth it because look at the amount of farm she's missing, you know. And you know, we are in Smurf queue, but I don't think this Riven is a Smurf. The Riven I went against last night, actually, oh my god, that kid kicked the hell out of me. He was so good. So he just doesn't know what he's doing. But you guys should be able to look at like the decision making of this Riven and see that it's gonna make you lose a lot of games. Look at oh my god, what's happening? He's trolling. Am I really gonna just get the tower? Wow. Talk about a throw, dude. Now, I used to think taking the tower too early was bad, and I think in really high elo it is because, and here, listen to this, ready? This is 6 million IQ, and I learned this from Dragoon, one of the best Darius players to have ever lived. Essentially, when you take it in low elo, they don't freeze, right? They never freeze. When you take it in high elo too early, they freeze, and then you're screwed. And they actually know what they're doing against you. Go for it. Yep, good idea. Thanks. Appreciate the leash. Okay. If Jarvan comes, I'll just kill them. Thanks, dog. So that's the difference. Essentially, you can just abuse the fact that people in like probably D3 and lower don't know wave management like at all. So you can just keep abusing it like crazy. Okay, we're going to run back to top lane here. Okay, now it's going to be the same thing you saw last game, essentially. Like, that's how I play Garen. I think it's the best way to play Garen in terms of applying pressure and winning games consistently, so that's what we're going to do. But the build is going to be different. I am now going to go for a Dead Man's Plate second as opposed to going a Storm Razor, because this is a different kind of build, and it's more of a build to where, again, people can't kite you out. Like, that Samira is not going to get away from me. Whether she wants to or not, she's not getting away from me. Oh. Nice. Really nice wave clear too. Look at this. Super amazing wave clear. Sure there's no wards. Oh, there's one right there. Oh, if you guys have to say you're a little rat. Let's clear these. Now we don't want to stick around and fight because it's very easy for their team to come kill us. We're fine. I mean, this guy's just trolling. Yeah. Yone's bot lane, so it doesn't matter. Okay. We're just going to shove this wave because I'm safe. I don't know how Master you got that kill. Kind of sad. All right. And now we leave top lane. We go mid lane. Because there's no point in trying to get that tower, right? So let's go here. I actually got all 3 of those. Oh, Miguelon. All right, we'll go secure dragon. Let me see if I can take a blue buff maybe. Oh, daddy. Oh, daddy. Probably should have dragged this into the brush. That's okay. Oh shit. All right, here we go. Should be safe here. There's no need for me to try and fight that. I'm gonna be careful here. I'm just here to kind of hold the wave. Clear a wave, maybe. I thought for sure he'd go for a hit there. All right, getting closer to having this. Let's just go back. I mean, personally, this is why I like Triforce better, because I just feel like I don't need to group with my team. I don't really need them for like anything, you know. Let's go bot. Actually, hold on. Big wave pushing into me top. Let's do that. Yeah, I like Triforce more personally. That's more of my play style. Triforce, you know, if you're really 1v90, you could even go Hull Breaker in that build. You know, there's just lots of cool things you can do with the Triforce build. But this build's very like team fight oriented, so I guess just pick your poison. Whatever your playstyle is, stick with it, you know. Okay, so essentially, yeah, I'm gonna have to just make sure I group here. What is that? Oh. And there's nobody up here. Their whole team is bot lane, so I'll just shove this. I imagine he's gonna be there. He's not gonna go over here. Ah. Yep, you guys really fucked up here. Oh, I could have gotten a quad. Damn. Wow, they messed up so violently hard there. Holy balls. All right, now in this situation, there's no Baron to take or anything, so we definitely want that. Tier 2 tower, and then I'll just go top lane and shove that wave. And I can use my Demolish proc here. Don't ever use Demolish proc on a tower that's free. Like, if your whole team is attacking a tower, don't use Demolish proc. Like, unless you have to, you know? Like, for example, if I would have used the Demolish proc there, that would have been such an L. Okay, now we spam ping our teammates to get the frick out of here. Caitlyn, you can have this if you want. I don't care. I prefer if I have it. Bard, thanks for the help. Thank you. Okay, you're welcome. What a douchebag. Oh, god damn it. And then you can see, like, Triforce, dude, I just like the Sheen proc. I just really like the Sheen proc. And no, I'm not gonna go help with this. Okay, you guys are really low. I guess I'm gonna help. Enemy team is trolling, dude. Enemy team, you are troll. Enemy team, you are trolling today. You are trolling. That's the end of the game right there. God damn. I think we must have gotten just a really unlucky enemy team, I guess. I don't know. God damn. There's really not much for us to take because we have no creep wave, so I'll just do this. Whee! Oh shit, Samira's there! Oh god! Wait, fight. We have to fight. I have no choice. I'm dead here. Oh, I didn't realize Samira was up. Oh, shit. I didn't realize she was up. My bad. Okay, let's go Mortal Reminder here. To be honest with you, Mortal Reminder here is just way better than Deadman's because of this Samira. Look at all that healing they have, you know? So I'm just going to do this. We'll get Deadman's after, and then we'll go into Sterak's Gauge. Why Mortal Reminder now? I probably should have done this earlier instead of the Deadman's, to be honest with you. Actually, wait. No, I have an idea. Hold on. We'll get the... We'll do this. This is fine. This is fine. I do enough damage. Just need the anti-healing. Conkenator, what's up? Thoughts on Ornn top? Ornn is actually broken. Broken ass champion, but nobody plays him correctly. All right. So look, in this situation, you want the Rift Herald. You want take the Rift Herald, run it down, and at 20 minutes, take the inhibitor, and then make a play for Baron. That's it. Interesting. I don't care if she tries to come steal. I'll just kill her. I'll tell you what, I'll hit her with the 200 IQ play, boys. Oh, she's not even here. Okay, I get it. All right, you're being really difficult here. Nice. No creep wave mid, creep wave top. Let's just go top lane. I don't know what happened, but like the enemy team just decided to like throw the entire game. I don't know what happened. I felt like they were like destroying my entire team. Like this bitch was 1-4, 1-4, 0-2. What happened? Let's take this. I'll just ignore him. He can't do damage to me. And now I kill you. I don't think I can though. You're really tanky. That's fine. Okay. I'll just keep running it down, baby. Hey. Beautiful. Just run away. Thank you, sir. All right, beautiful. Now the play we want to make is Baron. There's a pink. I'm chilling, baby. I'm chilling, baby. I'm good. I know your whole team's up here, so I'm just gonna back out. We have enough for Mortal Reminder, but let's get a quick little shove, create a little bit of pressure. All right, not bad. We're not doing that bad this game. Not as good as the last game we played, but it's okay. So now Mortal Reminder and then Sterak's Gauge. Death Dance actually Death Dance is god tier here. Death Dance is god tier here. So I'll tell you what, we'll go Sterak's Gauge and then we'll go Death Dance. And that's our full build because they're a full AD team comp. Oh my god, look at the healing they have. Holy shit, this is gonna slice and dice right through them, y'all. Let's Baron. So I'm going to get a little bit of pressure in a side lane first. Always pressure a side lane first. Actually, we have an inhibitor. This should be free. It should be completely free. Jarvan is bot side. They have no idea. We have all this pressure up here, so I know Riven is not going to show up. And as you can see, we have pressure from mid lane. So like this should be completely free. Please come help. Now, where people throw games is where this guy thinks it's okay to take red buff when we're trying to do this, right? Like this is where people lose games. So now we have to back out. You see what I'm saying? And now we just have to fight instead. And they just run it down top lane. And should be able to end it with the super minions. Sometimes you'll just have people that like the Vigar that just are kind of dumb, but you know, it is what it is. Go for the super minion. And there you go. And that's how you climb, boys. This is it. This build is very, very, very good. Not saying it's bad. I just prefer Triforce because I like the damage I do to towers and I like the extra burst. So GG. All right, ladies and gents, in no particular order, I am just going to go over every single top lane matchup potentially that you could deal with. And I'm going to explain to you exactly how to beat them. Okay. And I'm only going to go over the top lane matchups because I don't really play Garen mid lane that much. All right, so the first one I want to talk about is Jace. Jace matchup, the only thing you should be scared of is if you see a Jace that goes Conqueror Ignite. If a Jace goes Conqueror Ignite, he can one tap you so easily and snowball like crazy. But typically what I see is people go teleport, or even if they do go Ignite, they're going Phase Rush, okay? And if they go Phase Rush, he just doesn't have any damage. So here's what you're gonna do. Okay, you have to respect the Jace. Okay, you're not going to be able to beat him until pretty much level 6. You're just not going to be able to beat him because he's just going to hammer you away and he's going to poke you down like crazy. You're going to lose. So until level 6, just let him push you under tower with your Doran shield and you're going to chill. The first item I want you to rush is I want you to get that Warden's Mail that we were talking about earlier in the build. Okay, if you grab that Warden's Mail, I can assure you he will never be able to touch you in a million years. Okay, after you get that, I want you to go Zerker Greaves, and then this is where you can decide if you really can't get to him and they have a whole team full of people you can't get to, go Stridebreaker and go along that build into Dead Man's Plate, into Sterax, go that build. Okay, I find that if I'm just patient into Jace and I just let them think that they're going to kill me, I just go Zerker Greaves, Warden's Mail, and I just kill them instantly with Ignite and ult. So that's pretty much all you got to do into Jace. He's not that hard of a matchup. Dr. Mundo becomes really hard to kill at level 6, but here's the beauty. Dr. Mundo is really not that good until like later on in the game, so as long as you don't mess up, you are totally fine. Typically Dr. Mundo is going to sit back and throw cleavers, so just stand behind your minions and try and control the wave and get yourself in a spot to where you can freeze. All you got to do is freeze against him and you'll just chill, get your Zerker Greaves, and then grab an Executioner's Calling very, very early, and you should be able to destroy him in one-on-ones, especially if you have your Ignite and ult up. There's no universe a Dr. Mundo's ever going to touch you until later on in the game. Later on in the game, you are going to need a Mortal Reminder against him 100%. Otherwise, you are just not going to be able to touch him. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Kayle, I will admit, Kayle is a tough freaking matchup because at level 6 the ultimate it lasts so long, it's very hard to get through. This is a very similar situation to Jace, but what I like to do again into Kayle is, depending on what build she's going, if she's going an AP build, I go Merc Treads first item, so that way I can actually have a chance of getting to her. And then in this build, you kind of have no choice but to go that Stridebreaker build because you're just screwed. Now, if they have a heavy AP team, let's say they have an AP mid laner and an AP jungler or whatever, they have like 3 APs out of 5, Force of Nature after Stridebreaker instead of Dead Man's Play is god tier, because Kayle is going to keep giving you more movement speed and more magic resist, and there's nothing that she can do to you, and it is freaking hilarious. So try that out. But again, your best chance of beating her pre-level 6 is use the brush to your advantage and just try and run in and out of the brush and be super aggressive. You can destroy her easily, very, very easily. And if you end up going 2-0, 3-0 against her, just go Zerker Greaves and just continue on and do what you got to do. You won't need Merc Treads if you get Force of Nature later. Kennen lane's pretty stalematey. You really won't run into Kennen top lanes because Kennen top lane is just so bad. It's very similar to how you're going to play against Kayle and Jace. I mean, depending on if Kennen goes that AD build, then just rush the Warden's Mail. If Kennen goes the full AP build, you can rush Merc Tread, so you're not getting stunned every 2 seconds. You know, honestly, when you have Doran Shield, Second Wind, and some Rejuve beads against these 3 guys, you can just sit in lane and just farm all day long and you're fine. But what I like to do into Kennen is I like to run at Kennen with my Q, and he'll obviously E away and come back towards me, and then I'll wait for my Q to come back up and immediately jump on Kennen pre-level 6 and go for an all-in, because Kennen early really can't touch you until level 6. So all you really gotta do is just be worried about the level 6. You're fine. Kled. Okay, Kled is an annoying matchup. This is one of those matchups where you have to have Ignite and Ultimate to execute him when he gets on his little horsey. So how I like to play this, I like to let Kled just take over the lane because it's just really hard to deal with. All you really need to worry about pre-level 6 against Kled is getting hit by the rope and then getting hit by those 3 autos with his W. So if you find that the 3 autos are down, that's your little window to go for a quick auto Q spin trade and then back out. Okay. Eventually you'll win all those trades if he doesn't have that W, because that's all of his damage is the W, right? And then eventually you just go for that all in with the Ignite and the Ultimate, and as long as you Ignite ult after he hops off his little lizard or whatever, then you'll kill him every time. But just remember that you need Ignite and you need Ultimate, especially at level 6, because Kled is so good at healing and getting back on the horsey that you end up losing. So just don't risk it. Make sure you have Ignite. Make sure you have Ultimate. I go Triforce into this guy, Zerker Greaves, and I just shit on him all day long, and there's nothing he can do. Especially Storm Razor, too. If you get Storm Razor, he can't kite you out. Oh, God. Okay, GP. This is one of the worst matchups on the planet. It is so tough. It is so freaking tough. Oh God, just thinking about this is so tough. The good news is GP is insanely squishy, so Zerker Greaves Triforce is totally acceptable into this guy. I love going Warden's Mail into him to help negate a lot of that Q damage he's going to throw at you, but this is a game where you need Second Wind, Doran's Shield, Rejuve Beads, you need Cloth Armors, you need all that kind of stuff to be able to not get pooped on by him, so that'll help you out a lot. Basically, the gist here is that watch out for the two-part combos and the triple barrels. If you don't know what those are, look those up. That's pretty much all you have to watch out for. And then when you go for a fight, do not ignore the barrels, ever. I see this all the time. You will never beat a GP in a one-on-one if he gets the barrel off on you for two reasons. Number one, his barrels ignore 40% of your armor, I think, maybe higher than that. So it's basically doing true damage to you. And then his auto attack passive he gets from popping said barrel gives him true damage as well. And then if he has Ignite, he's just true damaging you like no tomorrow, and you will lose every single fight against him. So when you go for a fight, get used to a lot of stutter stepping to try and bait out those barrels. Consider going the Stride Breaker build into him as well, so that when you get on top of him, he can't run away because you'll have the slow. And then I just make sure that I'm auto queuing the barrels. If he lays down a barrel, I will always auto queue it, and then I will jump on him with my spin, and I'll just keep focusing on those barrels, and that's it, and you'll be fine. I don't ever go against Lilia, so I don't know about that. Malphite is super easy. This is also a great Stride Breaker build one as well, because obviously when he queues you, he just runs away. But I mean, just go Second Wind, Doran's Shield, and Magic Resist, and he won't be able to touch you at all. Just auto queue him in lane, spin on him. I mean, you're not going to lose to a Malphite, like, ever. If they have multiple tanks on their team, like let's say he's going Sunfire and stacking armor like crazy, and they also have like a Sejuani and like a Braum, they have like a bunch of tanks, maybe a Galio mid or something, then you go Black Cleaver for your second item, and that'll just solve that. But I never have problems against Malphite because I just make sure that I freeze against him, because trying to tower dive a Malphite is just not going to happen, you know? So just don't be greedy into Malphite. Even if you go 2-0 against him, don't try and dive him unless you have like some help, because it's not hard for him to press R on you and slow the shit out of you so that the jungler or the mid laner can come kill you. So just be mindful of that. Maokai doesn't exist. Wukong. Oh my God, this is a tough one. Okay, so Wukong. Basically, as long as you W when he E's on you and auto Qs, you'll tank most of the damage that is done to you. I like to just spin and then go for an auto Q, and then I'll typically win that trade. Don't go for extended trades against him, because the longer he's fighting you, he gains armor, and he's like cleaving your armor as well with his Q. So you will lose all prolonged trades. So just go for those. He'll jump on you in your creep wave, and you relaxing, you W it, and then you spin while Q is activated, and then you Q him, and you'll win the trade every single time. But make sure you're not like chasing after him when you're doing that. The goal here is that you're going to force him to jump into a dangerous position, as in like he's jumping into your creep wave, right? And he's going for that little trade. And then, you know, you can chase him for like a second to drop the Q, but then back off, okay? Any good Wukong player is going to go Flash Ignite, and they're just going to keep autoing, and you're just going to die. So just don't go for those long trades. Mordekaiser. Okay, this one is all about do not get hit by the isolated Q. If you get hit by the isolated Q, it does 50% of his AP damage on top of the Q damage, right? So if you're gonna get hit by the Q, make sure you're getting hit, like make sure there's minions next to you that are also getting hit. Otherwise, make sure you flash. Into him, I really like going what's it called, Serpent's Fang second item instead of Stormbrazer. So if I'm in a situation where I'm 1v1ing him, I love going Zerker Greaves, I love going Triforce, and then I just feel like the second I get Serpent's Fang, he just is going to die 100% of the time. Now, another thing to keep in mind here is that your window of beating him is pre-level 6. Once he hits level 6, he steals 10% of all of your stats, and that means health, armor, magic resist, attack damage, everything. He steals it all, which means you will not beat him in a 1v1 in his realm. Okay, so when he does hit level 6, try to freeze and keep it the map on your side of the thing, so that way if he does ult you, you can just run under your tower and you're fine. The proper time to use the W as well is when he does land that Q on you or he EQs you. That's when you need to W and you should be fine. Again, if they have if you're getting your ass kicked or whatever, just go Merc Treads and you should be fine. But Triforce, Stormbrazer, or what the hell is it called? I don't know what that item's called. The Shield Breaker item, easy. Okay, Nasus. Nasus is a super, super tough lane. So essentially against Nasus, you need to be very, very worried about him scaling very quickly, okay? So you have to understand one key factor, and it is you need to take wave management so serious against him. I'm talking like, don't be that guy that's pushing him under tower constantly. Just don't do it, because you're not going to dive a Nasus at level 6. It's just not going to happen. So freeze, 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 and go for that like 60 to 70 CS lead if you can pull that off, okay? You have to go Mortal Reminder into him, because when he gets level 6 and he starts queuing, he heals like a freaking madman. So just keep that in mind. Honestly, I find Zerkers totally fine against him, but if their team is looking like a Merc Treads team, go Merc Treads, because it's going to help with the slow resistance. And yeah, you're fine. Okay, Ornn. Ornn is a bastard to deal with. Really, the thing I find is you have to avoid walls. Getting knocked up into walls is a bitch. Anytime he has the Flame Breath, typically he's going to out-trade you. So just try and walk up towards him and then back away to bait the Flame Breath. Once Flame Breath is down, go for your trade and then back out. And you're just going to keep doing that, rinse and repeat. He's very similar to Malphite in terms of like, once he gets Sunfire Cape or he grabs a couple tank items, you're just not going to be able to beat him in 1v1s anymore. So the goal is to take the Rift Herald and have your jungler help take the tower, and then you're just going to push top and you're going to go group with your team and you're going to be more useful than them. That's my advice. I don't like building Black Cleaver into these guys and trying to like 1v1 them the whole game, because it's too easy for them to grab like Bramble Vest, Ninja Tabbies, for just 1,000 armor items and just be annoying as shit and survive long enough for their jungler to come and kill you. So just keep that in mind. It's very easy to kill these guys a couple times in lane, but after that, I would just ignore these guys and just group with your team and just end the game. Go on to the next game, because split pushing is not possible into these guys, especially like all three of these guys. It's just not possible. Okay. Let's talk about Poppy. I don't see Poppy top lane anymore, but honestly, Poppy is overpowered. I'll tell you why. So Poppy goes Grasp and then constantly uses that passive shield thing at you, and it does so much damage, and he's throwing it at you every like 5 seconds. It seems 5 to 10 seconds. So in this matchup, you have to have second wind, you need rejuvenation beads, and you have to avoid walls at all points. Just never stand next to a wall ever in a million years. Stay in the middle of the lane, and Poppy will never be able to do that bullshit stun against you. Really, you can totally beat Poppy in a 1v1. It's just like you're gonna have to be very, very, very aggressive early game. Go for those auto Qs, go for the little trades when she doesn't have the passive up, and you'll be fine. Quinn is exactly the same matchup as the Jace, but the only problem with Quinn is you'll really never be able to get to Quinn. So I like to actually go Turbo Chem Tank into this matchup. There's not many times where I'll go Turbo Chem Tank. It's really only into like range matchups, because Stride Breaker, you're never going to get on top of them to hit Stride Breaker unless you flash, but it's just not worth it. So I love to go Turbo Chem Tank into Plated Steel Caps, and I just run straight at this guy and annihilate him with Ignite and ult. And that's pretty much it. So early game, just make sure, just go for either the Plated Steel Caps or go for the Warden's Mail. Go for some Rejuve Beads, Refillable Potion, Second Wind, and just let him push you under tower and just try and soak up as much XP as you can. Don't feel like you need to constantly get every CS, because he's going to sit there and abuse you. And if you get too low, he's going to tower dive you, or he's going to get his boyfriend to come up and kill you as well, and then the game is over. So just, if you're going to lose minions, it's totally fine. Experience is more important than minions. Okay, let's talk about Fiora. Fiora, oh god, this matchup sucks, dude. Okay, let me think about this. Okay, so what I try to do is never allow her to hit her vitals. Fiora is all about landing those vitals. If she does hit the vitals, you will lose 100% of the time. So essentially, it's kind of like if I have a vital to the west side of me, right? You have to run west. You can't be running east because she'll just go around you and hit that vital, and then she'll spawn another vital, and then she'll just keep going around you and hitting them. So anytime you go for trades, anytime you do anything, you're just going to auto Q spin, or you're going to Q spin to bait out the riposte and then Q afterwards. Just pay attention to where the vitals are, and if there's a vital in front of you, just walk back to your tower and then walk forward, and it'll reset the vital. Now, the biggest tip I have for you guys is when she hits level 6, when you're going to go for the all-in, stand against a wall, and she won't be able to hit the vital on the side where the wall is, no matter what. There's no way for them to hit it unless they're like a god challenger player, right? Even if they're a god challenger player, I still think it's like pretty impossible to hit that. So just stand there and spin and laugh in her face. Don't get hit by the riposte if possible, and then just auto Q ignite ult her and she dies. And that's pretty much it. I highly recommend going Executioner's Calling as soon as you can. So get that Triforce, get the Zerker Greaves, get the Executioners, and then continue on with your build. If you want to go Stormrazor, go for it. It's going to make it very hard for her to kite you out. But that's pretty much the gist of that matchup. Okay, Renekton, this matchup sucks. This is honestly one of the hardest matchups ever because his sustain is just like unfair. His tankiness, his sustain is disgusting. So if you end up going, basically all you really have to worry about is you don't want to constantly be getting hit when he has a red bar, because he's going to constantly use his Q or his W. So just watch out for the red bar. When he doesn't have a red bar, that's when you want to be in his face fighting him, because that's when he's at his weakest. But a good Renekton player is always going to hold that rage bar, and they're going to look to dash on you, W you, auto Q, and then dash back. So essentially you're trying to bait that out, and you're trying to W his W, and you're going to pop Q, and you're going to spin, you're going to follow him, and then you're going to Q, and then you're going to run away. And that's how you're going to win every single trade. Now, if you end up doing well, if you first blood him, you actually secure the lane, freeze on him, go Zerkers, go Triforce, Executioner's Calling, and it's completely over. However, though, if you don't end up snowballing against him, you're probably going to want a Warden's Mail or a pair of plated steel caps instead. Otherwise, he's just going to dominate the hell out of you. Riven. Okay, this is a matchup where it's all about paying attention to her Q combo. So you never want to overcommit to fighting a Riven. You want to bait her into jumping onto you. So a lot of Riven players, most Riven players are really, really bad at the game. So they're essentially going to Q, and then auto Q you to get to you. So they're going to waste a Q or two to be able to get to you to trade you, and that's when you're going to all in them for that big trade. Spin, 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 Q, or auto Q spin, whatever combo you want to do, and then you're going to back off. But you never, ever, ever want to just run at a Riven and then let her do her whole auto Q, auto Q, auto Q combo, because you will die. I'm telling you, level 1, she can literally just, any Riven player should know that she can just walk up to you level 1 and all in you. So never, ever, 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 ever let her do that. So that's basically the gist of the matchup, is never, ever, ever get in a situation where she's allowed to do that ever. Okay. So it just comes down to just a lot of stutter stepping, a lot of baiting out those Qs, and once those Qs are down, it's like if you're next to her and you're able to go for a trade, go for it and then back out. The only times you can ever go for an all-in is when you are level 6. You need your ultimate and you need Ignite to be able to one-shot her. You also need Zerker Greaves and to be able to actually go through her shield and all that bullshit. You're gonna need Zerker Greaves and stuff. Now, if you end up getting your booty cheeks clapped, again, you got to go Warden's Mail, plated steel caps. Make sure you get those items first so you can stop the inting. And then after that, consider going Stride Breaker, Deadman, Sterax if you're inting your ass off. I don't really ever go against Rumble, so we won't talk about Rumble. Set. So Set is so overly tanky to the point where you kind of have to go Warden's Mail into him. Otherwise, it's just like GG, right? Never, ever, ever, ever allow this guy to hit more than one auto attack on you, because if you let him E you and then auto, he's gonna take your entire health bar out. So what I like to do into Set is I like to first item Warden's Mail into him and not Zerkers, because he's so hard to kill. And that'll make it so that his auto attacks do a lot less damage. You could even consider going plated steel caps because you'll block 12% of his auto attack damage too. And then pretty much all you're really doing is when you fight him, you go for small trades, and then once he gets lower, just make sure you're not getting hit by the center of the W, and that's pretty easy. You can spin, go through him, or you can spin left and right, and just it's very easy to dodge, or just flash. Don't get hit by the center W and you're fine. Shen, anytime Shen jumps on you with the E, he's going to go for 3 auto attacks, so just W the second that the E lands, and honestly just run away. And that's pretty much it. He just takes like no damage if you try and shield him in that moment. So you're essentially trying to sidestep the E and wait for his W to go on cooldown, and that's when you're going to go for those trades. He does absolutely no damage if the Q doesn't pass through you, if that makes sense. So that big weird I don't know what to call it. It's like you guys know Shen, his Q. If that passes through you, it gives him 3 empowered auto attacks that hurt like shit. So don't let that happen, okay? Never let his Q pass through you, otherwise he's going to hurt like crazy. So that's pretty much all you're doing. You're just pressing Q and you're sidestepping his E, you're sidestepping his Q, waiting for it to go down, and you all in his ass, and that's it. And then you dip. Singed. Most of the time, Singed is going to proxy you, and here is all you have to do against proxy Singed. Sit under your tower and farm. Never, ever, 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 ever go for the Singed unless he is literally 1 HP and you could flash on him and execute him or something. Just let him be, okay? Because the whole strategy behind Singed, it's kind of like the noob slayer. Essentially, if you guys ever watched Singe 420, he got Challenger just by baiting the entire enemy team into losing waves and waves and waves of farm. You don't want to do that. So as long as you sit under your tower and you just perfectly last hit, you'll have 10 CS or 100 CS at 10 minutes, and you'll be freaking golden, and you're just going to build essentially to team fight. That's all you're going to do. You can beat Singed in fights, but it's just like, I honestly don't even bother like trying to fight Singe because it's just like a waste of time. Like if you go against a Singe that knows what they're doing, like Cirquez, he's just gonna E you and just walk away, and then you're just gonna die. So just let him push you under tower and just farm, and just wait till you can group with your team, and that's all you gotta do. Scion is super easy. If he ever starts charging up Q and you're like close to him, just Q him to cancel it and then spin on him and run away. I always make sure I fight him when his shield is down, and I go for a big gigantic, I press my Q and I spin and I use the whole thing to shred his armor, and then I Q him and then I run away. And I only do that when his shield is on cooldown, and you can get it on cooldown if you walk up to them. They think that you're gonna fight, right? And then he uses his W and you just walk away, and then as it's about to pop, you start running at him, and then obviously don't take the damage. But I'm saying once it's down, get on top of him, spin, do your little trade and back off, okay? And then the other tip that I have for you is once you start to play against him a lot, you have to just make sure when you're fighting him and you're chasing him, stand in front of him. So what I do is I Q at him and I spin through him, so that way if he ults, he's just gonna ult me and not ult away. That's probably the best piece of advice that I can give. That's pretty much it. And then obviously respect the hell out of his passive. Once his passive comes up, just like let him kill the minions. It's whatever. I go Zerker Greaves, Trinity Force, Stormrazor, Serpent's Fang into this guy if they have a lot of shields, because then his W shield is just completely negated. Silas is pretty garbage pre-level 6. If he hits level 6, he gets your true damage ultimate, which is infuriating, and he will shit on you. So your best bet here is to you need to dodge the E. If you don't dodge the E, you're gonna lose. So just try and bait it so that if he hits a minion or whatever, and once his E is down and all that stuff is down, just kill him. Pre-6 Silas is a joke, and you need to be insanely aggressive into this guy. I think getting a Serpent's Fang into this guy is super important as well, because his shield is freaking huge. But again, you're not going to build a Serpent's Fang just for one person, so just pay attention to what the enemy team's building. Teemo, another lane that can be hard, but typically everyone plays it so wrong. So people are going to go full AP Teemo, and they're just going to spam autos on you like crazy. So what I like to do is I go Merc Treads, and then I go Turbo Chem Tank. And the only reason I go Turbo Chem Tank is if I'm in a situation where the enemy team like the enemy top laner is squishy. So it's amazing into people like Quinn and Teemo because they never build tanky items. They're just like full AP or full AD. They're just so squishy. So it just makes it so easy. I just run full speed at them with Merc Treads, Turbo Chem Tank, and what are they going to do? Think about it. What the frick are they going to do, right? Spin on him, I'll Q him, I'll just laugh in his face real quick, and then I'll ult Ignite, he dies. One thing you do need to watch out for, though, is you got to play this lane exactly the way I told you against the Jace, the Kayle, the people that are going to abuse you in lane. Just like let them push you under tower. Sit under your tower. If you have to miss minions, it's okay. Just soak up the experience and wait until you get your power spike, which is the Merc Treads and the Turbo Chem Tank, okay? I mean, obviously you don't need to go Turbo Chem Tank, but like if you end up just annihilating this guy, then just build whatever the frick you want, but typically assume your opponent's going to be good and not trash. Also, make sure you're getting a red trinket at level 6 so that way you can run around the shrooms. When you go to fight him, I always pop red trinket so I can see the shrooms and I can run around them and not tank them, because if you get hit by his shrooms, he'll probably kill you. And then also I like getting a control ward because I can put the control ward in like the center of the alcove brush or whatever, and that gives me a big vicinity of being able to see his shrooms. Oh, Trindamere. Oh, Trind Daddy. Okay, so Trin. I love this matchup. So really all this matchup is respecting. You just have to respect him. If he has rage, he's probably going to crit on you and take half your HP out. You never want to overextend in the lane because he's going to W you when you're trying to run away, and he's just going to keep autoing you and spinning on you. Like you're just not going to get away from Trin even if you Q the slow. So what I like to do is early game, I try to not let him stack up his rage by just auto queuing him and running into a brush. And I try and push the wave so I can hit 2 before him, if possible. But typically that doesn't end up happening. So what usually ends up happening is he pushes the wave like crazy, and you just have to respect him trying to jump on you. That's pretty much it. It's very similar to the behavior of playing against Teemo and Jace. You just have to be kind of a bitch. So I rush Warden's Mail if Ninja Tabbies aren't an option, or I rush Ninja Tabbies and Warden's Mail against this guy. And when I do that, they'll typically get way too cocky and they'll try and tower dive you or whatever, but you'll be so tanky to the point where you'll just be able to turn the kills around on them. And then I like to go, I actually really like Stride Breaker into this guy because I can, when he jumps on me, I can slow him and just keep the distance so he can't auto attack me. So I like that a lot. Stride Breaker, Dead Man, Sterex Gauge is really, really effective into him. And yeah, I mean, if you have Warden's Mail, Plated Steel Caps, and that whole build, like, he's just not gonna be able to do anything into you. So it's really just about kiting out those autos. Okay, Gnar, again, very similar to Jace and Teemo lane. You know, I like to run at him with Q, but then he jumps away. But then after that, it's on cooldown. I'll wait for my Q to come up and I'll run at him and all in him. Never, ever, ever fight Gnar when he has Mega Gnar. You'll lose most of the time. Unless you're obscenely fed, then like go for it. But if Gnar is ever in mega form, just avoid him. Just chill. Wait till it's gone. This is a great Turbo Chem Tank lane as well. Because honestly, what you're really doing here is you're playing off of his jump. Go on Google and type in Gnar and go to the wiki and look at the cooldown of the jump. It's usually pretty long. Typically a bad Gnar you'll Q at him, he'll jump away, and then he'll walk back into you being able to run straight at him and kill him. So that's all you're really trying to play off of. Urgot, all you have to worry about is dodging E. That's it. And all that really is don't just run straight at the Urgot, because he's going to E you, flip you over, and then you're screwed. I like to run and then sidestep and then he E's through. Or if we're fighting, I'll just I'll be Eing on him and I'll just be spinning left, right, up, down, left, right, up, down, and then he has to guess at that point. If you dodge the E, he's just dead. Serpent's Fang is also incredible into this guy because of that big ass shield. So again, if Serpent Fang makes sense into the rest of their team, remember, follow that 3 out of 5 rule. If 3 of them have shields on their team, it's going to be useful. Vayne Lane, I've played this so many times and I still have yet to lose. And you want to know why? Vayne players just don't know what they're doing up top. If you ever see a Vayne player, just know that you're going to be fine if you listen to my advice. Here's my advice. Respect the shit out of them, because Vayne does so much damage. So I don't think going plated steel caps here is a good idea. What I do think is a good idea is getting that Warden's Mail into Zerkers, and then I just love going my regular build into this guy. Unless the Vayne player is super juicy, then Turbo Chem Tank Zerker Greaves is actually really good into this guy. But often I find that what ends up happening is you have to do this thing called stutter stepping, and essentially what that is if I Q at you, what are you going to do? You're going to run away, right? But if I turn backwards for a millisecond, you're going to register that in your head as, oh, he's backing off, and then you're going to run forward. But what you don't know is that I'm faking that movement and I'm baiting you. So I'll do this. I'll run at you, back, forward really fast. And what ends up happening into most Vayne players is they'll actually tumble forward to chase you, and then I'm right on top of them. Try it out. Lots of practice on that one. But yeah, man, lots of this Vayne matchup is just all about movement. That's pretty much it. Vladimir is pretty garbage until like level 9. This is like, again, this is one you should be unbelievably aggressive into. You honestly should just destroy this guy. I love going Zerkers, Triforce, Executioners into him. You need Executioners into someone that heals very heavy like this. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a pretty easy lane. Just run at him and kill him. It's really not that hard. If you allow him to take over the lane and just, you're not trying to fight him constantly in the early levels, like pre-level 9, he's just going to have his way with you and he's going to scale and shit on you. So just poop on him, freeze the lane, use the brushes to your advantage so he can't just sit there and auto Q you. Don't let him Q you when he has the full bar. Don't let him max Q you ever. So just run into the brush and hide when that's there. Anytime that's down, he does no damage, okay? Volibear has a gigantic shield, so Serpent's Fang is huge here. Anti-heal is huge here. This one really is simple. Just don't ever get caught in the chain lightning. That's all you have to worry about. If the chain lightning is down, that's your window to fight him. That's all you got to know. Also, respect the hell out of his second W. So that little bite that he puts on you initially doesn't really do anything, but if he does it again, it does a shitload of damage and it heals him like no tomorrow. So just remember that in terms of ignite timing. Like if you're going to go for an all-in, put that ignite on him before he second bites you. Otherwise, he's going to heal like a third of his health. It's disgusting. So I think that's that. Also, respect his ultimate. He gets a stupid amount of HP. Like if you think you're about to kill him with your ultimate, he's just gonna ult and get a third of his HP back, and then he's gonna turn on you. So just know what he's capable of. That's my best advice to you. Understand if he gets the chain lightning shield and you get hit by it, you're gonna die. If you're about to ult him, if you think you're about to kill him and he still has ult, he's not actually going to die. Just things like that. The next thing is Yasuo. So Yasuo is all about being able to dodge his Qs when you're fighting him. So the way you do that is at between every auto or while you're spinning, just go left and right, left, right. So I auto, I go right, I auto, I go left. You know, I auto, I go left again. I just keep making him like think overly hard to land that Q. And anytime he has the NATO up, I try and avoid him because he could easily just he could EQ me, auto Q me, and like walk away pretty easily without taking damage. And then I guess the other thing is he has this passive shield constantly, and if you run at him and Q him, he'll take 0 damage. So you have to make sure you get that shield down, and I typically do that by spinning towards him to get it off, and then I like spin away. And then as long as that shield is off, that's your window to fight him. And you can just go for those little trades, but be very cautious. You don't want to overextend. This is a very similar situation to Set, whereas if I run to the middle of the lane and I go for an all-in, but I don't have the damage to back it up, like I'm not level 6, I'm not going to kill him, and he's just going to sit there auto me with that new Yasuo playstyle, which is lethal tempo plus ignite, and he's going to destroy you and chase you down and you're dead. So again, pre-level 6 Garen, you really can't kill people unless they mess up. So just don't act like you're gonna kill someone like level 2, level 3 unless they're just being dumb. Just remember that. Yone, this is another Serpent's Fang one. That W shield is so miserably broken. Honestly, this is very similar to the Yasuo matchup. I mean, it's very similar. I like getting Serpent's Fang third item if I can, second item instead of Storm Razor here. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty easy lane. Yorick, don't let him kill minions early game. Pre-level 6, don't let him get those graves, because if he gets the graves, he summons those little goobly gobbler whatever things, and then you're just gonna have a bad time. So my advice to you is anytime you see him auto attacking minions, you auto Q him, you run in the brush to drop the minion aggro, and you go back to fighting him in lane. Anytime he walks up to Q a minion, auto Q, boom boom, auto Q, boom boom, auto Q, spin, boom boom, right? And then the other piece of advice is his wall. If you get trapped in the wall, kill the wall, auto Q it, and get the frick out of there, because if you get caught in that wall and he summons Maiden and he has little goober gobs, you're dead. So don't get hit, don't get trapped inside the wall. And it should be easy because you could easily just run this way and then Q and go left, and it's not hard. Garen's very good at dodging things because of his Q movement speed. And then also at level 6, you are going to lose every 1v1 against him, even if you're 2-0 against him, if he has Maiden and the little goober gobs. Okay, just remember that if he has Maiden up and the goober gobs, you're going to lose. If he just has Maiden and no goober gobs, then you're actually going to win. Pretty simple. And then obviously he heals like crazy, so Executioner's Calling is a must against him as well. Jax lane is very tough. Typically what's going to happen is Jax players are going to jump on you, auto W, spin, and try and walk away. So the best thing you can do is you want to W his auto W damage if possible, and that way when he's spinning on you, you're spinning as well. And he already committed to like that all in, so all you have to do now is once that drops, you'll have done all this spin damage to him, and then you're going to Q him or auto Q him, and then that's the trade. However, once he gets Sheen though, he's going to start doing a lot of damage, so I just make sure I get those Zerker Greaves as fast as I can. And once I have Zerker Greaves Triforce against him, it's a pretty easy 1v1. Just pay attention to Counter-Strike. You never want to run at a Jax and Q them, because he's just going to Counter-Strike and kill you. So you're essentially just trying to bait Jax into jumping on you constantly, and you're Wing the bulk of his damage, which is that usually that third auto from his level 6 passive. And you're Wing that, and you're spinning, and then you're going to auto Q him after Counter-Strike is down, and you're just going to keep doing that. And eventually you'll be able to just out-trade him so hard that you can actually just go for an all-in. So remember, the only time he can actually safely fight you is with Counter-Strike. So let's say he wastes Counter-Strike and it's gone, all in him. He has absolutely there's no way he's going to beat you unless he's like level 6 and stuff like that, you know? But it's very situational based. You just got to watch out for Counter-Strike. Okay, next matchup, Irelia. This bitch is broken as a mother sucker. Dude, oh my God. Okay, all you have to do in this matchup is don't get hit by her E. I know that's so much easier said than done, but like, you know it's coming. Just run at her and do a little sidestep, bait it out, okay? If you don't get hit by the E, you're fine. However, if Irelia ever has 4 stacks, I want you to sit under your tower and avoid her at all costs, okay? The name of the game here is like treating her like she's Tryndamere, right? If Tryndamere has a full rage bar, you're going to sit under your tower. You're not going to even dare be in the same lane as this guy, because he's going to jump on you and kill you, right? And Irelia has this thing to where she not only does so much damage at 4 stacks, but she heals like crazy. So no matter what you throw at her, you're just not going to kill her. So the name of the game is fight her like crazy. Go for little trades when she doesn't have 4 stacks. And then when she does have 4 stacks, just avoid her. Freeze the lane against her. You need an Executioner's Calling as soon as possible. And Zerker Greaves, Executioner's Calling, Triforce, you'll be fine. Just don't get hit by that E. That's all I got to tell you. If she has 4 stacks, avoid her. That's pretty much it. Warden's Mail is incredible into her too. Okay, Alawi. Alawi is someone you're really not going to play against all that much, but the name of the game here is pre-level 6. Anytime she lands an E on you, you need to all in the Alawi, and while you're spinning, this is your time to play Skill Shot Dodge Simulator. So all you got to do is anytime the slam comes down of the tentacles, just you're spinning and you're going up, you're going down, you're going left, you're going right, you're dodging all those skill shots, and she won't have the damage pre-level 6 to actually kill the tentacle if you are fighting her. That's all you have to do. Now when she hits level 6 and she lands the tentacle on you, you're gonna die. But I will say this, if you got Zerker Greaves and you have Executioner's Calling, which you need Executioner's Calling because Alawi heals like crazy, and she misses her E and she ults, you will win that fight. Just focus when you are fighting while you're spinning. Dodge those freaking slams. Dodge those tentacles coming down. You know where the tentacles are, so just left, right. Simple. Just pay attention to that. A lot of people, what happens is they fight Alawi and they ignore trying to... They think about, what am I going to do to Alawi? And they don't think about, what is Alawi going to do to me, right? And then all these tentacles slam down in your face and she heals and you're surprised. Like, oh, how did I die? Well, dummy, you die because she's healing every time a freaking tentacle hits you. So of course you're not going to kill her. So just understand the name of the game here is all about skill shot dodging. And her whole shtick is that E. If she ever misses the E, I want you to run straight at this little shotty and one shot them little booty cheeks. Okay? Simple. Darius. Okay, Darius is not that hard of a lane if you understand what you're doing. So the name of the game here is to dodge Darius Q. Whether that's standing on directly on top of him so he doesn't get a stack, or just not getting hit by the Q at all, the outer edge, the outer ring of the Q. Not only does he get a stack, but he also will heal a ton off of it. So anytime if you're in a serious fight, you need to make sure that you flash. That is the make or break against Darius, I promise you. So early game, what I like to do is I like to bait him into queuing towards me, and then I'll queue towards him and trade a little bit of a trade, and then I'll walk back to my tower. However, you have to make sure that you don't overcommit. It's very similar to Riven and very similar to Yasuo. If you run all the way to like their tower to go for a little trade, they're gonna all in you and destroy you. Because remember, Darius just needs to auto you 5 times and you're dead. You see what I'm saying? So I like to always make sure the wave is under my tower, and all I have to do is just run to my tower and I'm fine. What else do we got here? Warden's Mail is going to be something you're going to want to get early, because essentially Darius getting 5 stacks usually isn't scary. It's if Darius gets you to low HP with 5 stacks, then it's scary because he can ult you and execute you, right? But if you have the Warden's Mail, he's not going to do any damage to you. So if I'm doing really well against him, I'll go Zerkers first. If I'm doing even or I'm 0-1, I'll go Warden's Mail first. And then I'll go probably Zerker Greaves, Executioner's Calling, and I should be able to 1v1 him at that point. But the name of the game here is TLDR. All you have to do is if you kill Darius before he kills you, you're fine. And it's very easy to do because you have Ignite and the ability to flash his Q, and you have a true damage ultimate. So there's really, it's actually like a very, it's a pretty simple matchup for Garen players, honestly. Like we do really well into Darius. Akali is a matchup that is so goddamn annoying, but you can beat Akali. My advice to you is anytime Akali is coming towards you to Q you, all you have to do is run straight at this bitch and Q her face and then walk away. You want to avoid ever dealing with Akali's Shroud. Like no matter what, if Akali shrouds, you're running away. You're not going to deal with that. Until later when you get fed, you'll have a red trinket to see where she's at and you spin on top of her in her shroud and you're fine. All I really do against Akali is early game I try and be as aggressive as I can, because pre-6 Akali is like your chance to snowball. So I'll go Zerker Greaves, I'll go Executioners, I'll do all that stuff. I mean, that's pretty much it. Once Akali hits level 6, you just have to respect the fact that she's going to be able to dash 30 times and kite you out. So just anytime she's in Shroud, just don't even mess with it. Just run back to your tower and chill. Camille, okay, this is a really cool matchup. Basically, Camille beats people because a couple things. So the first thing is when you play against the Camille lane, you have to always be in the center of the lane. And the reason why that is the way Camille's hook shot works, which is her little dash thingy that she attaches to a wall and then jumps at you. The closer she is to a wall, the faster she's able to maneuver and jump on you, right? The farther away, she has to shoot the hook shot out to attach to the wall and then go to the wall and then jump off, right? So if you're in the center of the lane, you have all the time in the world to dodge the hook shot, right? But if you're right next to a wall, she's gonna boom boom and you're gonna take a shitload of damage. So that's step 1. Step 2, how do you use your W correctly? I actually learned this from Fogged, believe it or not, because I didn't know this, but I always used to use W on her second Q because I know that's her biggest damage moment, but it's true damage, and Garen's W doesn't work with true damage. So what you're going to want to do is anytime she lands a hook shot on you, that is when you're going to W, because it's going to reduce the time you are stunned, and you're going to tank pretty much all the damage she throws at you. Also, the name of the game is a couple other things. Camille is a ridiculously overpowered top laner, honestly, but most Camille players don't know what they're doing. So as long as you're just following all these steps I'm telling you, you'll be fine. The third thing I want to talk about is her shield. You can't fight Camille if her shield is up because it's too overpowered, right? So I can't just run at Camille and press Q, right? Because it's going to be negated by shield. So what I do is I walk up towards her, and I have second wind in this matchup, not bone plating, and I just auto her and I let her auto me, right? And that way I have about a 14 to 16 second window until her shield is back up. So typically what they'll do is they'll auto Q me and they'll look for that second Q, but I don't want it, so I'll run away. And now I have like a 10-second window to now trade her. So I go for a little auto Q spin, and then I run away, and I just rinse and repeat that constantly until I get her low enough to go for that all in. And that really is the gist of the lane. I mean, that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. You just got to follow those rules, and if you follow those rules to the T, you are fine. I guess the fourth rule that is pretty obvious, you guys should know this, don't get hit by her second Q. You can hear it, you can see it. Just if she's running at you with second Q, just walk away. Just walk away. Don't get hit by that. I promise you, it's true damage. It's gonna hurt like crazy. Cho'Gath. This lane is hilariously easy. Just don't get hit by the knockup. Cho'Gath has a lot of healing with the Vorp spikes and grasp early. So what I like to do is I just, anytime he's going for minions, I just auto Q, run into the brush. Anytime I'm fighting him, I'm spinning, and I know typically he's going to knock up on top of himself. So essentially, I usually just orb walk and go ahead of them. Orb walking is kiting, but forwards. So, you know, you just gotta understand that you have to dodge the knockup and you're fine. And you go for little trades, and once you get Executioners calling into this matchup, Zerka Greaves, Triforce, Executioners, it's nighty-night. Later on in the game, he will outscale the shit out of you. So this is a very similar situation to these guys right here. All these kings, they're going to outscale you later on in the game. So split pushing is not really an option if these guys are babysitting the tower. So if that's the case, this guy builds Frostfire Gauntlet and like all these other stupid armor items, just go group with your team. Push him under the tier 2 tower and go group with your team. That's it. Aatrox. This is a very fun matchup. Kind of hard. Really, you should understand how he works. He's going to Q, and then he's going to QE, and then he's going to try and land that third Q. Typically, the combo I find is that they'll QW, first Q and then W at the same time, and then they will Q and use the E to secure that you get pulled back from the W, and then they will auto Q, and you're going to take a shitload of damage. So just anticipate that this stuff is coming, and the easiest way to do that is instead of running away, I always run towards Aatrox when he goes for that second Q, or even the first Q, depending on the skill of the Aatrox. I'll run full speed at him when I know he's gonna dash forward, and then that way I'll be right on top of him. I'll spin, and then when he wants to land that third Q, he won't have an E typically, and I can just run away and dodge it. And then after that, he's a sitting duck. He doesn't have anything. So, you know, you can sit there and auto the shit out of him. You can ignite him. You can kill him. The name of the game really is just don't get hit by second and third Q. Getting hit by first Q is whatever, but if you get hit by second and third Q, you lose. That's really it. So, you know, get your game face on, get those Zerka Greaves and Executioners as fast as you can. And once you get those two items, it's a wrap, honestly. All right, fellas, that is the season 12 Garen guide. If you guys made it this far into the video and you still are searching for some help, I'm going to leave a link down in the description below to my coaching website. I started myself a coaching business, and I have about 16 to 20 slots a week. So if you guys are interested in being coached one-on-one with me, you know, let's run it. I'll get you guys to diamond, and that's pretty much all I got to say. Yeah, put a lot of time and effort into this video, so please leave a thumbs up, and good luck climbing. Peace.